5,630 pounds and only used twice. A very sharp 26 CKSE Bunkhouse Super Slide Grey Wolf landing here at A1 RV. This is something that, as a dealer of Grey Wolf products and Cherokee products down at Haylett RV, we are very familiar with. And it appears to be fantastically kept. It was stored under a cover, out of the weather, away from harsh Midwestern exposure. And the previous owners look to have added some things to this. Like the power tongue jack is nice, but they added a vent cover above the bathroom, as well as adding some easy access storage compartments to the storage behind the sofa. They never did anything wacky. They never did anything off script that you could consider as, like, you know, very specific and niche in use. This is very sharp, and I think it's going to make somebody very happy. It's basically like getting a new camper at a used RV price tag. Sort of like if you ever find a used car with like 2,000 miles, you're going to scoop that thing up because it is a heck of a deal. It's kind of what we're looking at here. Right away when you step inside, you can tell this one is in sharp shape. It is anything but used up. It is anything but wore out. This is an interesting alternative to a couple other bunk models that comes out of the Cherokee RV group. It's an interesting alternative between something like a 26 or 27 DBH. It does a lot of similar things, but this one finds a way to do them at a little bit lighter weight and less cost, which is a really nice combination of factors. Gives us a couple big breeze windows right over here overlooking the Super Slide. The sofa is kind of a cinema situation going on with that fold down armrest. Now there's kind of like a storage pocket behind it, but the folks wanted to use it from the inside. And they did such a nice job of this, I actually had to kind of go back and check my notes to see, is this like what they were doing at the factory or not? They added these little flip-up access points right here. And they did a pretty nice job of it. Their execution is fairly clean, really. The dinette over here can fold down into a sleeper, so can the sofa as required. What is nice, though, is that all the countertops in this are a sealed edge pressed membrane. So if you do happen to spill a drink or splash some water around one of the two sinks, bathroom or kitchen, no big deal. Also, down here, you'll find that you will not have to disassemble the dinette to get to the storage because you obviously have these full extension drawers down there below. Now, something that just really kind of struck me is the way they just didn't waste this corner. They could have, Cherokee, the manufacturer, could have left that wide open. And, oh no! Holy crap! The folks, you done did me a heckin' bamboozle, whoever owned this. You did well. I did not realize they did such a good job of matching this up. That's not factory. I didn't even notice it because the cabinet matches so well. I didn't even notice it until I looked at this top up here. Wow! They did an ace job right there. That's a perfect little, I don't know, coffee maker corner or something. Well done! Whoever built that, you need a job? I'll give you a job at Haylett RV. We'll take a look at all of our kitchen space on the other side, but it is also nice. This would have had no TV originally. Previous owners added themselves one heck of a Jumbotron, and I love that they used an articulating mount. It angles down toward you, so it's easy to see. It pivots around, as you can see back there, so if you want to make it face the dinette or the kitchen, you easily can. Now check this out. They also made sure it didn't hit the, you know, closet door, which is nice. Huge. I mean, literal walk-in pantry and closet. There's deceptively deep shelves in there. If we start at the bottom and start working our way up, you can see those are very deep. But I like how they didn't make them the entire size of the closet, because that means that you actually still maintain, you know, some walk-in hanging space. So you'd have easy space in here to put brooms or a small little vacuum or, you know, Swiffer, something like that. They did a sharp job in here. They did. Your main floor is carpetless, and you can see how it has ventless flooring, so that will be easy cleaning. Pretty conventional kitchen arrangement, but not done badly. Just very compact and, you know, very feature-focused. Starting up top, we crack that open. You can see that this does have a stainless farm sink, which a lot of people really prefer. That, you know, fitted sink cover, though, gets out of the way, and you can use it as prep space when you need it, or you can use it as, you know, a sink, obviously. But there's always that little bit of kick of space to the left of that sink. I think that that will be very useful for things like a dish drying rack. And then after they added that little side stand, which they fooled me with, that doesn't happen often. I've been doing this a lot of years. They did a good job. They added that little pad right there to make sure that the corner of that wasn't going to jab a hole in the bedroom door. Nice touch. Now, here's a really cool thing. When this model was first introduced, and I have some old footage of one of the original generations of this, it did not have that privacy wall. That is a awesome enhancement. I think this floor plan really painfully severely needed. I'm glad to see it here. This is a camp queen, but it is easy to walk around. If you wanted to swap up to a true queen, you could. You'd give up a little bit of walk around space, but you'd still make it work. What is nice here is, you'll hear me say a couple times, this is the Simple Series Grey Wolf. But the thing is, Grey Wolves are so loaded up that even a Simple Series Grey Wolf is still pretty darn nice. Like, you got the big windows, you have outlets on both side stands, and you still have a full overhead cabinet, not just a lesser expensive shelf. There's a lot of really, really good features going on, and in case you are curious, if we dip our way around the corner here, you can see where there's another TV hookup with another matching mount outdoors. So if you are looking for like an indoor-outdoor TV arrangement, you can do that in this model very easily. Quick little peek the other direction. We've pretty much crushed everything moving this way so far until we get to the bunks, but it is nice where that sofa is situated. You are just straight onto the entertainment center over here. And frankly, considering they only used this twice and they left the TV behind, I think it kind of says something nice about the folks who own this. They weren't scavengers. They just, unfortunately, were not able to camp the way that they had planned. Our two-corner double bunks over here, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but I do like that they have a ladder so that you don't have to heave the kiddos into the upper bunk. Little hi-ho the day away, heave-ho. Also, dual ladders. Nope. Dual curtains. There we go. So that you have kind of separate privacy for the upper and lower beds. Now, over here in the bathroom, there's a couple kind of surprising features. Things that I'm really happy to see. What's funny is, you've seen a couple carpet squares. You might have seen one in the bedroom as well. Those are the original carpet squares that came with the camper from the Cherokee factory. So even the original carpet squares are here. But this huge sink and that sealed edge countertop material, it is just something that you don't normally find in a price-sensitive trailer. Similarly, a giant mirror and medicine cabinet, and the one that really shocks me, a full-size XL vent fan up here in the bathroom, which you can tell by the blades just really, again, was not generally used. Skylight above the shower with full surround paneling kind of finishes things off. And folks, you've got yourself one heck of a nice amount of legroom here. And that's interesting because it's not like a normal camper tub. It's not a shower. It's what I kind of call a shub. It's sort of an in-between. Cherokee does that quite a bit, and they do it very, very well, really. Right below that front corner, a little difficult to see from here, there is a gas grill quick connect if you want to do some black stoning or just generic cooking outdoors. That front compartment, if we take a look there, you can see that it does have a simple side mount solar prep plug, as well as a nice amount of storage space up front. Mentioned it previously, but that power tongue jack bears repeating because it's going to do all the heavy lifting for you. Very useful if you are using a weight distribution and load leveling system, which typically for a trailer like this you're going to. I failed to mention it previously, but you can see that the RV does have that slide-out awning up there. That is most certainly an aftermarket item because this series of Grey Wolves, the SE Simple Edition series as I call it, technically like special edition, but simple edition is really what it is. And again, I don't mean that derogatory. We carry these ourselves down at Haylett RV. It's a great trailer. It's just sometimes not everybody needs all the thrills and frills. And frankly, what the previous folks did here, there's a lot of logic to be had. Take a simple series trailer, add a couple personalized upgrades like the slide awnings that work for you, and then just save money on all the other stuff that is often just slathered onto the RV that maybe you don't need or care about. It's a smart buy. Back behind the slide, we got the handy black tank flush as well as an outside utility shower. Now this also has its own separate little docking station, convenience light, whatever you want to call it, right above the sewer hookups. And that is on a separate switch so that if you do need to come out here at night and do all of your stinky slinky kind of jobs, you can, be able to see what you're doing, because that is certainly one time where you don't want to be guessing if you do or don't have good contact. Now, simple series trailers like this don't usually have things like backup camera prep, but thankfully with Cherokee's just monster buying volume, as the largest overall brand of RVs in the market today, they can sometimes get away with things that other brands cannot. That 200-pound rated cargo rack on the back is a really handy feature, because whether you're going to you know, you don't have to use it. Currently, you can see how it's a spare tire mount. That spare tire's never seen the light of day, as far as I can tell. You could use it for bikes, you know, small generator, you know, coolers, you know, all kinds of different things. Let's take a quick peek at the roof while we are down here. Doesn't make sense, but you get the idea. And you can see, like I said, it was stored under a cover. It's just in absolutely fantastic, fantastic condition. Don't ask me how I got that little footage. We'll just say that OSHA wouldn't approve. Now back here, see this baggage door? This is a place a lot of manufacturers are going to stuff an outdoor camp kitchen, but if we take a look inside that, you can see that they used it as just wide open storage space, which a lot of people I think really prefer. Now right next to it, we have those handy MORryde stable steps. Very useful for the fact that the door is behind the axles on this one, so that really does a monster job of taking a lot of the wiggle out of the RV. That is an anti-slam entry door, so the kids, angry spouse, you know, maybe sometimes I get a little hot-headed. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Fling the door. That'll help, you know, prevent damage. Outside TV hookups and speakers even. Now, a lot of these things are things you don't usually find on what people would call a simple series camper. And that's kind of the crazy thing. A normal Grey Wolf has so much equipment that, by contrast, a simple series Grey Wolf still very nicely equipped within its class and category. The cleanliness of this, the upgrades that are on it, the fact that it was only used twice, this thing's a bargain. Give us a call down here at A1RV. We will get you camping, whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, or everything in between. We only do it all. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.